Hi guys, Camilla here and welcome to another Happy Little Stampers video. Today I will be creating a spinner card and I'm using this awesome stamp set with butterflies called Butterfly Birthday. Stamp set is by Happy Little Stampers, and first what I will do, I'm gonna blend some inks. I'm gonna use distress inks. I'm actually gonna use just 3 of those, not excluding the blueprint sketch. And I'm gonna blend the inks on top of the Nina Solar White cardstock. I'm going in with squeezed lemonade first, then I'm gonna go in with twisted citron and cracked pistachio. I sped up the video so that you can just get the idea of how to blend in. I basically go in from outside towards the inside, unless of course like with squeezed lemonade I started in the center, then I just use a very light hand to apply my ink. And now I'm going in with cracked pistachio on edges, and I'm going in kind of heavily, and then I go back to twisted citron and then squeezed lemonade to just nicely blend in all 3 colors. My panel is 4.5 to 4.5 inches, and just like the card base. And now I am going to stamp some of the, actually one of the butterflies. I'm going to use VersaFine Black Onyx ink to stamp it on a heavy watercolor paper. That is because I'll be using Stabilo 68 pens to color the butterfly in. I'm gonna actually clear emboss it using my heating tool and Wow Clear embossing powder. But just a suggestion, if you would like to replicate the card, I would use a regular watercolor cardstock, not a very heavy one, because later on the butterfly seemed pretty heavy on the thread I used, and well, it went towards one side, so it was a little too heavy. So now I'm coloring the butterfly using my Stabilo 68 pens. I really love these pens. They are working perfectly with or without water. If you would like to blend them without water, it's best to use heavy watercolor cardstock, and with water, just any watercolor cardstock works perfectly. As you can see, they blend really nicely together. And after I color the butterflies in, I try to color them a more or less similar way. I fussy cut them close to the edge of each butterfly, and so when I put them together back to back, they fit perfectly. And then later, wherever you could see the white cardstock sticking out, I went over the edge with my Memento Tuxedo Black pen to cover it up. And for this technique to work even better, it's probably best if you have available dies for any shapes you would like to die cut, in this case the butterflies, and you're in luck because Happy Little Stampers actually do carry dies for this stamp set. I do not have it yet, but I am planning to get one because I really like the shapes of these 3 butterflies available in the stamp set. So now I'm using clear wing Castella to cover up the wings of my butterflies. I already fussy cut them, and now I'm gonna use a circle die that fits perfectly my butterfly, and I'm gonna die cut through the card front as well as card base using my Sizzix die cutting machine. And that's after it was done, and the front panel fits perfectly on top of my card base, and I'm gonna adhere it using Tombow Mono liquid glue. But before I do that, a crucial moment, I'm gonna add some thread behind my front panel. As you can see, I tried different color combinations for my card front. I don't quite like how it didn't blend, and so I'm now using the Scotch tape to adhere my thread. It needs to be kind of tight when you later want to add the butterfly in the center of your thread. And now I'm gonna add the glue and add my front panel on top of my card base. And now I'm gonna add my butterfly. I'm gonna put it together using Tambo Mono liquid glue as well. So I'm adding the first part of the butterfly. I'm trying to center it on my thread, and then I'm gonna add the second one on top of that. I'm gonna add some acrylic blocks on top so that it adheres properly together, and then I'm gonna come back when it's after some time when it's all done. I then decided to sprinkle some water on my card front. That method works much better when you actually have a watercolor paper, but I still like the effect. On the regular Nina Solar white cardstock, it kind of bulks up where the water droplets are. And here, of course, I made a little mistake because my butterfly reacted with water. There was a few droplets that went on top of it, and so a little bit of blue went on the card base. I then adhered some yellow cardstock behind it and covered it up totally. I used the Happy Birthday sentiment from the same stamp set, and I stamped it using VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and then I'm using some black marker to add some stitching all over my centerpiece. And to finish off my card, I used some corner rounders. It's a punch that I used on the bottom edges of my card. And then to cover up that blue spot from my butterfly, I used some yellow cardstock to put on the inner side of my card. And here, just like I said before, I'm using some Memento Tuxedo Black pen to cover up the white parts of my butterfly after I adhered both front and back together. And here's the finished card. I really love how it turned out. I like the yellow, blues and greens together. I think it's a nice color combination, and I really love the spinner card type and how the butterfly can just spin around in there and the recipient gets a little interactive card. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye!